Alright guys, what's going on? This is Magic 2013 and I'm gonna play a deck which I've just set up in a 1v1 this guy, and I'm gonna be playing the blue deck. It's the Dreamer Puppets, and it's all about like, making them discard cards and basically trying to get their deck down before you get our deck. I don't know what that number 1 means. Right, okay, cool. Right, it's not the best starting hand, but we got some 1-drops in there, and that's alright. I think we'll go with it and just hope that we get those draws that we need. I've made this deck a little heavier. I mean, obviously, with most decks, you want to go with the 60 cards that you can, minimize, get it down as low as possible. But I've been looking at this deck, and it's not only is it hard to cut down anyway because there's a lot of cards that you kind of need and are really good, but also it's all about, like I said, making cards come out, and a lot of times you have to make them come out of your own library as well. So obviously if you got more in there, then you've got the better survivability, I guess. That is going to be really handy actually. This is a great card. I'll be getting that out as soon as possible. Basically makes cards turn over from the library turn after turn. Going to be really handy. I'm really a little bit pissed off right now. I just came on earlier and played a game which I recorded. Well, I thought I recorded. It was literally the most epic game. It went down to like I had 1 health and he had 2 cards in his library, and I managed to get it in. It was like the perfect epic ending to a game. I come out, go into my recordings folder, and it's just not been recorded by Fraps for no apparent reason, because I went in and did a test doing exactly the same thing and it worked. So I'm kind of frustrated with that, but you never know. This deck is not the easiest one to play. It's never a sort of guaranteed win. I mean, a lot of times you can just get absolutely raped with this one. I find it's quite hard to play, and obviously the game is new. I'm still learning about all the decks, and most of them I haven't even played a massive amount of anyway. So still learning stuff. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm beast at the game at the moment anyway. Hopefully get a bit better as time goes on. If I can get this artifact into play, that is gonna absolutely kill him. He's got protection from green and blue, which isn't gonna help me, but he hasn't got any flyers out, so I'll fly right over. Each time I do damage to him, he takes the top 10 cards off his library, sticks them straight into that graveyard, and when he has 10 cards in the graveyard, each of these guys gets +4/+4, so there'll be 5/5 flyers. It's gonna be lush. Looks like this guy's playing the white-black exalted deck. This is all about attacking with like 1 dude at a time, so you'll see here that he attacks with 1, and because he's got exalted on this other card, it means whenever you attack with 1 creature, even if it doesn't have exalted, it gets buffed by the other ones. So that's going to be a pretty deadly combo, because that guy's actually unblockable. Now I'm gonna get this artifact into play now, and we'll bring that one onto this guy here. Of course he's playing the black deck. I know that there are 1 or 2 what do you want to call it, there's 1 or 2 kill spells, so obviously he may well just be able to go and slaughter that. So look, it does a bit of damage, but look at that, bam, 40 cards. This is a nice setup actually right here. And alright, not only does he lose 10 cards, he also puts a 2/2 green creature onto the battlefield. It's a great card, that artifact. And the good thing with having it as an artifact is, even if he does decide to go and kill one of my creatures, I can just re-equip the artifact over to this one and carry on going. So this is a good position to be in right now, because I mean this deck plays best when you play it really defensively, try and stop damage coming through and then get rid of their deck. So it's effectively a race between them killing your health and you getting their deck to 0. In the position I stand at the moment, I might be getting both down to 0 in a relatively small amount of time here, because this is a lot of damage going through here. Let's see. No more than one creature can attack, no more than one creature can block. Well, that's not a problem. Not as much damage, but this guy is just going to be coming in every time, dealing damage. Going to bring this guy in, the Dreamborn Muse. I'll bring this one in a second. What that guy does is each player's upkeep, they discard cards from the top of their library equal to the amount of cards in their hand. So it's going to be 4 for him, and it'll be 3 for me once I play it in. And if he doesn't die from his health becoming 0, he's not going to be long before he dies with his cards going to 0. This is going to game plan, I think. This is nice at the moment. Let's see what he does. You can never call it game until it's actually game, because Magic is about them tricks, you know, just playing what your opponent doesn't expect, and you're catching them off guard, or just bringing in a really nice play, or, you know, I don't know, that all of the decks have cool plays that you can do. So I won't call anything right now, but as it stands, I'm pretty happy with the position I'm in. If he attacks with that again, it will be buffed twice, so that's a reasonable amount of damage that I can't block. Let's see what that does. Regenerate equipped, and get a 1/1 creature if it's black. Okay, so that's going to be getting pretty hefty. Each time he upkeeps, he gets +1/+1. Not only that, is when he attacks, he gets +1/+1 from each of those, so he's getting +2/+2. So by next turn, if he attacks again, he'll be +4/+4, again getting bigger each time. But as it stands, he's got that there. Hang on. Sorry, phone's ringing, I just chucked it away. Right, so let's see what we got. Okay, well, he will block out, I presume, with that, because if he doesn't, he's lost the game. But I can't attack with more than one creature. What's this? Oh, lovely. Okay, so we're going to bring this guy in. Yeah, well, there you go. That's tough luck for him, I'm afraid. I'm going to... right, this is tricky. Okay, I'm going to attack with this 5/5 here. Because again, I can only attack with 1. That's actually a bit of a bummer, because it would have been nice to attack with 2. He'd be down to 1 health. Let's see if he chooses to block this or not. Yeah, he's gone with the blocker. What he was saying in the chat there is with the ring there. What is it? He said he should have equipped the ring to the flyer so he could regenerate it and then block my flyer again next turn. The only thing with that is he's got it costs 2 to regenerate, and he would have spent all of his mana to equip it there. So maybe if he had thought ahead and not played a card or 2, that could have worked, but as it stood there, that wouldn't have actually worked, because he wouldn't have had the mana to do the regenerate anyway. He's down to 10 cards here. This guy's 2/2 plus a 1/1, so he'll be attacking for 3. I'll be down to 9. That's survivable. This is definitely survivable. I've got a good feeling, unless he can do something about my flyers right now. Okay, so that's coming in for 1 extra. And yeah, like I said, unless he can do something about my flyers, then he can't attack or block. Well, yeah, like I said, I think that's game over for him, and actually it's game. In fact, do you know what the funny thing is here is I've actually beaten him in both ways, because unless he's got something that's killing me for 1 here, which I don't think. I think the only kill he has costs 2 mana. But funnily enough, with this one, when I attack, it's going to do the 7 damage, which will kill him. Not only that, but he'll have to discard 10 from the top, which will take him to 0, which means that he actually loses the game twice at the same time, if you see what I mean. I mean, it's not strictly true, because he wouldn't lose the game from the cards being nil until his upkeep, but yeah, that's quite a funny one, actually. Let's bring that in. He's asking for a rematch here. There we go. And that's game, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Whilst that was a much easier victory, It's a shame I couldn't bring you the last one. It was just an epic matchup, really closely called. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.